Hey everyone, it's Ashley with Southern Sewing Company. Welcome back to my channel. Do you need quilting gloves to quilt? Yes. Spend the $10. Don't have to have them, and I quilted without them for like a month. And then I discovered them and it was amazing. I'm going to share with you why you need quilting gloves. I'm going to show you a demonstration quilting with and without them. Some different thoughts that can help you narrow down as to which quilting gloves will be best for you. Stay tuned. I've got some good things to share with you.
So I'm at my sewing machine. I have my free motion quilting foot attached and my feed dogs are down. I'm working on some scrap fabric right now. I've got my blue thread, white fabric, just so a little bit of contrast, maybe you can see better. Quilting gloves are designed to make free motion quilting or quilting with a walking foot easier. They've got a grip on them and it lets you hold your work a little bit easier. It gives you something to grip onto because fabric can be kind of slippery. Do you have to have them? No. You can clearly see that I am free motion quilting without quilting gloves right now. With that being said, this is a very small project that I'm working on. Ordinarily, when you have a bigger quilt, you know, a baby quilt, a twin size, queen size, whatever, it's a lot of weight to move around. And without the quilting gloves, it can be very difficult to hold on to. So I'm moving just fine right now, but I'm moving a lot slower than I would with quilting gloves because I don't have the grip and my hands are kind of slipping around, which you can't really see too well. And my fingers are working really hard to hold on to the fabric. My hands are also getting tired a lot more quickly than they would with quilting gloves. Overall, it can be done, but it's a lot more work. So I've stopped for now, and as you can see, I've got some spacing issues. I'm gonna put my quilting gloves on and continue.
These are quilting gloves by Dritz.
I'm gonna slip these on, 1, 2, and let's go. So right off the bat, I can already tell that it's much easier to hold my fabric. I'm not having to work, my hands aren't really getting tired, they're not slipping. And when you're working on a bigger project, this is really important because there's a lot of quilting to do. And it's frustrating when things are slipping around. Another thing that I'm noticing is I can move a lot faster through these curves. When I don't have my gloves, I'm having to take my time and go really slow around the curves to make them nice and round. Or if I'm working on a smaller quilting design, I'm working really slowly and my circles end up looking like hexagons. This is definitely a benefit of the gloves, is my curves are more consistent. And here's an example of quilting little bubbles, and I can't do this without quilting gloves. It's much easier, much more consistent, and I can really move through these quickly. Here's another example of a smaller quilting design. This is micro meandering or stifling, whatever you want to call it. This is a lot easier too with quilting gloves. I wouldn't even try to do this without them. So long story short, quilting gloves really help to make moving around fabric easier. Stay tuned, I've got a money saving tip for you.
Number 1, find a pair that fits you. Don't buy the medium and the large size if you know you need a small. You are going to run into a problem because, let me show you. Okay, come on. If they're too big, you're gonna get this extra, you're gonna sew right over it. I've never done this. I don't know who would do this, but wasn't me. Buy a pair that fits, number 1. It can be very difficult to thread your machine and to pull up the bobbin thread with quilting gloves on. And some people just cut the tips off of these and that works just fine too. But yes, it's a little cumbersome trying to thread the needle with quilting gloves on. So I keep having to take mine on and off because I don't want to cut any holes in them. If you really want to save money, go to the gardening section, get some cute gardening gloves.
So here I've done a quick Google search, inexpensive gardening gloves. You can see a bunch pull up. This one's from Walmart and you can get 5 pair for $6. Not that you need 5 pair of gardening gloves, but just, you know, one for Monday through Friday. Also Temu if you feel like shopping from China. All you're looking for are gloves with the gripping dots or gripping fingertips. That's all that quilting gloves are. You want to spend $10, spend $20, spend $2, it doesn't matter. They're all the same things.
If you enjoy this video, just like and subscribe for more. In the near future, I'm going to be releasing free motion quilting tutorials, how-tos on some different patterns, how to get started if you've never done it, supplies you need, supplies you don't need. Leave a comment below if there's any kind of free motion information that you'd like to see in the future.